as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Soldier Field. Here's Powell on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 15 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And shoving his way inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
To Calvin Ridley.
A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. And even 40 yards.
1st down.
His throw incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Open is Powell. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Again, Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Bears' 6-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, a touchdown machine. He scores from a yard out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Bears nothing. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
David Montgomery.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Trubisky to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Trubisky. Lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
Oh,
Touchdown,
really?
Falcons.
Complete.
Russell Gage, 33 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Keanu Neal, strong in run support as he comes up from his safety position to pop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. Well, the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
Trubisky.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down.
Get the fuck out of here, boy.
It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Wow.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
A gain of 30.
On 1st down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense. On
3rd down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Roughing the
well,
pass.
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. This is caught.
Get out of here.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan able to connect with his top man, Julio Jones. And the Falcons will extend their lead. To throw again is Ryan. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Wow. 22. Bears nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Now it's Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And that is caught.
Get the fuck out of here.
Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. 46 to Mike. You don't know no better. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Dumps it off to Gurley. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Get the fuck out of here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Hey, check Mike 40. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
No, they don't.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
40-yard line.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete.
Why are you?
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
By Keanu Neal.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears cut into that lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And the Falcons
throwing now. Ryan on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Escaping the pressure right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Ryan will throw again. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 11. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back now at Soldier Field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his numbers a ball carrier. they got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
50-yard line.
Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 47 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this one travels.
Oh, you hit it too hard.
So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Going for it all. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Jones. Touchdown.
Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go play action with Ryan. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ryan looking deep for Julio. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Brandon, these quarterbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
Bears 20.
And a A good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kick.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38. The 20, 10, 5, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a two-point conversion. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game.
36, Bears 28.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
First down, Falcons.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
A loss of 8 yards.
Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go play action now. Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long. Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Why you fucking
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. They enter the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Oh, really? How y'all fucking do that bullshit? Made him run to him. Okay, bro.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he's in.
Good shit, baby.
No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here's Power on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Eddie Jackson. Ryan's pass intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the...
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Overtime.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now it's Patterson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, 2nd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone.
Come on, dog.
Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. 2 yards.
Let me explain what I did. Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it?
Damn, he mad, boy.
Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did you let it go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? With the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?
Did the Jerry rigging shit. I know he mad as fuck, boy. Oh, shit.
Ain't no one alive to do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. He's right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? With the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?